So 2026 could be the year for you that everything changes. So here's my steps of how you can make 2026 your best year yet. Now, most people start the year, and you might have started 2025 like this. We start with some New Year's resolutions, some things we want to do, and by the end of January, we've run out of steam and we're back in our normal life. And most people repeat the same year over and over. Every year, I used to say to myself, I'm going to pay off credit card debt this year, I'm going to save more money, I'm going to get better, organise my finances. Every single year, whack in the face. I would not do that. I'd end up the year in a worse position. Why is that? This is because we don't get our mindsets right and what we want to be able to create action-packed year. Because it's not sitting around thinking about it. It's not wanting it to happen or wishing by some miracle it'll happen. You have to make the changes. And it starts by preparing for your year in the right way. And I ask everybody, all of my students, to do this. So I would love you to decide your rich life. What does a rich life mean? It means, what would you love life to look like? Is it not going to work? Is it being able to take your kids to school and pick them up? Is it being able to go on holidays all the time? Or is it just to travel the world doing what you love to do? Do you want to look after your family members? What is it that you absolutely want to do? And when you've got a list, you then work out how much will that cost you per month, replacing your income, being able to go on holidays, not worry about money. And then you come up with a financial target, a figure. And when you've got that figure, what we do is we plan a load of things to help you buy assets that give you passive income to hit that figure. Because freedom means not working for money. Wealth means not working for money, getting your money work for you. But most people miss the basic. They don't understand the why. Why are they doing this? Why it's so important? So if you can put a target on that, and it might not be, next year you do it for 2026, but you might be able to knock 30% of that target, and it's just stepping stones, isn't it? So number one, design your rich life and work out what that target's going to be. Then I want you to think about the year you've got coming up and how much of that target you'd like to hit. So for example, if you decide your financial figure target is 12 grand a month, next year, is it you're going to work really hard and get 4 grand passive income coming in? And are you going to do it over 3 years? Or are you just going to do it all in 1 year? There's no right or wrong. Most people work, most people have family, most people have busy. It's what can you commit to and still have a great year? So once you've got the mini target, that's when we're going to go to town. That's what we're going to think about, right? What's the next step you need to do? And fundamentally, the very next step you need to do is get educated. You cannot make money without having the right education. And you need to decide, what do you want in to make the money in? I chose property because UK property is very safe. It gives you a passive income. And I love the fact it goes up in value and it's something I can pass my kids. So I chose property. So I went and got educated on property. Nowadays, people do all sorts. You could do business, crypto, stocks and shares. It doesn't matter what it is, just that it can help you hit the mini target, but you've got to get educated. Number two, you've got to get any blocks that you've got about money out of your head. This trips most people up. So when I was growing up, I was taught money was the root of all evil because I went to Sunday school and my parents were quite religious. So money was the root of all evil. And I got taught that people like us, we just didn't have money because you need to be rich to make a load of money. Now, these self-limiting beliefs that were in my subconscious were actually tripping me up to make money. So I want you to think about any limiting belief you've got about money. Maybe you think it's hard to make money. Maybe you think that you're always losing money, or you're no good with finances. Whatever it is, I want you to write it down and I want you to reword it in your brain, because whatever you tell yourself will come true. I used to tell myself I was bad with maths for years. I wasn't bad with maths, I just hadn't learned how to do maths correctly. So I want you to rewrite it. So if your belief is I'm bad with money, go, I'm learning how to deal with money in the best way. Because the more you tell yourself this, the more it's going to help you have a good year and not only make the money, but keep the money. Because I had a subconscious thought that money was the root of all evil. I'd make the money, but I'd blooming spend it. And it weren't until a few years Paul Smith had to sit me down and go, you need to stop spending it, we need to build wealth now. And we realised it wasn't anything I was doing, it was my subconscious belief, because I got the money in, but I needed it to go because I thought it was evil. And that was from being really young. So I want you to tackle any self-limiting beliefs you've got. Now, the third thing I want you to do is have a really good structure for the year to manage this. So what we normally do with my students is we set 6 priorities a month. What are the 6 things we want to do this month that are going to get us closer to our financial freedom target. So I want you to set yourself 6 things to do a month and make sure you do those things. Make sure you commit the time to do it. Now, people laugh at me, but I used to do myself a Friday report, and I would write, "Dear Abby, here's the 6 things I said I'd do this week, and here's what I've done, and these how they link into my monthly ones." But literally, you just chip away at it. And what's really, really important to do is not to negative self-talk, not to tell yourself you're silly, you've not done enough, just to be grateful for what you have done and keep chipping it away. Because the more you chip at it, the more you're going to get towards your goal. To help, you may want to consider a vision board. This is where you print out what you want your ideal life to be, and you have it up at home and you visually look at it every day, or it can be an app on your phone, but that's really, really powerful. So we have got, figure out your financial freedom target and then your mini target, what you're going to go for 2026. We're then going to unlock like limits we've got. We're going to get educated so we know what we're doing and we don't lose money. And then we're going to manage ourselves to get the most out of ourselves, to be more effective with making sure we smash 6 things a month. And your first month might be all about education. Your second month might all be about doing. And we're going to make sure we keep on top of things and we keep going and we don't stop. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is successful people fail, find it hard, want to give up, but they don't. They keep going. Where unsuccessful people will have one setback, one failure, and that's it. They're done. They're packing it in. They weren't meant to be. So don't give up. Keep going and do whatever it takes, because you've only got one life, guys, one life, and you could use 2026 and make it your best life yet. So what I'd love you to do to help you make 2026 your best year yet is to click the link in the description and fill out your wealth appraisal. So this assesses your attitude to wealth, and it's going to give you quite a thick report that you can read and implement. It's step 1 of you building wealth and building the life that you would love to have. When I first did this 8 years ago, I was 14%, like shocking. Today I'm around 80%. I've still got learning to do, but in that time I've built just under £9 million worth of property. So it really works, guys. So it assesses 6 areas. It's completely free. So click the link in the description, fill it in, we'll send you your free report, and then get cracking on your 2026 plans. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Please remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a video. I'm going to be with you every single week in 2026, helping you build wealth. Like the video and let me know what you think. Let me know what your goals are for the next 12 months.